wanna live rich like white folk do. Eat shrimp out in France, baby, parlez-vous. Yeah, some lobster out in London, Buckingham Palace, Cape Town in Amsterdam, burning on the chalice. Drink vodka with the Russians, pasta with Italians, brick bread out in Israel, golf out in Ireland. I'm all with these Balkans, Petrovic and Devox, passport stamps through the Eastern European bloc. Before I link with them, you know I link with us. The first shot goes straight to the motherland. I've been to ghettos in Soweto and politic with apartheid kids, and they G'd up and moved work.
What's going on, everybody? It's your man Vince Pass in the building for the podcast. One voice, one mic. You dig what I'm saying? We're going to rock that one more time. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to rock that one more time. You dig? Man, I got a lot going on right now. I got a whole bunch of malfunctions happening. If you can hear me, man, let me know. You dig? Shout out to your man right here tonight. You watch it Unapologetically Vince. We're about to get at it early tonight. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're in the chat room, click tag and share it. You know what I'm saying? It's your man Vince Pass. Y'all know what it is. Man, I got a whole bunch going on here tonight. Shoo. Hold on. Gotta make sure the microphone is popping. Everything is in default right now. All right, let me know if you can hear me out there. If you can hear me out there, let me know. All of a sudden, my music got quiet. You feel me? If y'all can hear me out there, let me know. It's obvious that somebody can hear me out there, right? Well, all right then. It's your man Vince Pass. I'm back. All right. So look, tonight, we're gonna talk about it all tonight. All right, we're gonna talk about the state of emergency that's going on right now. And I'm not just talking about hip hop. I'm talking about the state of emergency, period, of hip hop, the state of emergency of young Black America. All right, the state of emergency of these Y generations and these Z geners. It's a lot going on out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out why my music not playing. It's kind of weird right now, But it's a lot going on right now. So it's a lot going on right now. We all connect. All right, there we go. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my speakers popping right now. Yeah, man. So listen, I'm quite sure everybody done heard today, you know what I mean, about Young Thug getting arrested. Him and Young Gunner getting arrested today. That's what's up, Kev. What's going on, baby? Yeah, I'm quite sure everybody done heard about what went on today. And the crazy part about it is the indictment is a 88-page indictment, right, with 56 charges. 56. You don't get 56 charges overnight, all right? There's 28 defendants plus some other defendants that are not there yet. They haven't been arrested yet. The lead on the district attorney already said that it's going to take at least 2 weeks for them to round everybody up. All right. So look, before we really get into it, you know what I'm saying? We'll let everybody know real fast. Hey, click tag and share this. You dig what I'm saying? Click tag and share me. I'm on youtube.com/VincePass1. Get at me. Get at your boy. All right. Get me right here too. You got Facebook/VincePass, Twitter.com/VincePassTV. Listen, I'm even on LinkedIn. All right, I'm on LinkedIn. All right, get at me on LinkedIn. You got some business people on LinkedIn. Tell them come holler at the boy. You know what I'm saying? Holler at the kid. Well, I'm grown. I guess I don't know. I'm still stuck sometimes. All right, but yeah, if you want to check the website out, www.onevoiceonemic.com. Right. Again, I tell everybody this over and over again. Do you know your assignment? You dig what I'm saying? Do you truly know your assignment? The RICO law is crazy. We definitely about to get into that. You dig? But I want to give a shout out to my peoples. You dig what I'm saying? Check it out. My peoples, truth be told, they live right now. You dig what I'm saying? They got an outdoor party in New York. Let's go. It's a day party from 3 to 8 p.m. Special performance by Fat Boy Entertainment. My man CO in the building. It's a $25 RSVP ASAP that limited tickets to be sold. The event will be sold out. We know it's going to be sold out. You dig what I'm saying? Live DJ, special guest, free giveaway. They're about to make it happen. And let me tell y'all something. The only way you're going to know where the location is if you purchase a ticket. You dig what I'm saying? So make sure you purchase that ticket. You dig? That's what we're talking about. Then, hoop nerds, follow my man Mark Dorsey Mark Dorsey Jr. on his journey as an entrepreneur. We're hoop nerds. You dig what I'm saying? Catch the website. He got shirts, hats, whatever, everything. You dig? Sweatsuits. at the www.thenerdsbrand.com. Holla at my man, you dig? Hey, yo, shout out to my man, Kels. You dig what I'm saying? My man Kels is nuts. Follow him. KELZ _IZ _NUTZ21. You feel what I'm saying? One of the funniest guys ever that I've ever met in my life. Thank you, God, for me even having an opportunity to even meet him and do work with him and talk with him on Truth Be Told podcast. And now he's come on to my podcast as well to follow and support me, and I definitely appreciate that for sure. So listen, again, I always come to y'all and I tell y'all, you feel me? You know anybody that's out there that's having it tough, having it rough, and there's no one to talk to, even if it's yourself. Yo, hit the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. I ask you, who do you talk to? 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. Please memorize the number. Put it in your phone. You feel me? Everyone needs somebody to talk to. We got to turn down the noise in our head and raise the level up in our heart. You dig what I'm saying? But yo, check dig. Let's get back to it. So like I was saying, along with this indictment, okay, the YSL gang started back in 2012, right? They've been gathering information about Young Thug, Gunner, and everybody else, whoever's in this indictment, started back from 2014. So whenever the violence and everything started and took place, this is when the investigation began. You don't just get hit with the RICO Law Act for no reason, all right? For anybody that truly don't know what the RICO Law Act is, all right? The RICO charges, all right? What are RICO charges? RICO charges range from slavery and human trafficking, trafficking in controlled substance and weapons, tampering with witness and obstruction of justice. It could be copyright infringement, use false identifications, acts of terrorism. The list goes on and on and on. And the RICO law is a federal charge. You feel what I'm saying? So RICO are only charges for the underlying crimes that would be adequate to reflect the nature and extent of criminal activity. If convicted, RICO would allow for appropriate sentencing in a way that the underlying crimes would not. Okay, let me explain that to y'all. So, if you are operating under the RICO Law Act, right, and you doing, say you steal cars, right, and you get caught with a stolen car, all right, you get caught with like 5 stolen cars. If you're not operating with anyone under 5, you got caught with 5 stolen cars, you just get charged with 5 stolen cars. That's it. But if you are working with people and you get caught with 5 stolen cars, your charges stay the same, but they attach RICO to it because now what's happening is that you are a criminal enterprise. So you have upped your ante of just being a car thief. Now you're operating under Grand Theft Auto. Under Grand Theft Auto, under the RICO Act, because you done got caught with 5 charges and you got caught with other people with those five cars, and there were other people involved in the car theft ring, you are now charged under the RICO Act. So again, like I said, the RICO Act will allow only charging the underlying crimes that will be inadequate to reflect the true nature and extent of criminal activity. You feel what I'm saying? So, if convicted, RICO will allow for appropriate sentencing in a way that the underlying crimes would not. So, if you got caught with 5 stolen cars, right, and you got caught with people with 5 stolen cars, you just get charged with 5 stolen cars. Okay, they'll compile that into one charge, and you'll do the crime for just having 5 stolen cars. Under the RICO Act, something totally different. You feel me? You'll get hit with maybe some federal racketeering charges because now they're looking at chop shops. They're looking at cars going overseas. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I've been through that. So let me be clear. A RICO charge is nothing to mess with. You get hit with a RICO charge, you gotta know that they got something on you. They don't just come with a RICO charge. All right. So now these guys, YSL, Young Slime, Young, what is it? Young Slime Life. That's what they call Young Slime Life, they're responsible for what they say that they're responsible for 75 to 80% of the violence ranging from racketeering, murder, and drug activities. Okay, I don't believe it's just them. I just think that gang violence in Atlanta, as a whole, you feel me, has erupted in Atlanta streets, and it is out of control. And I guess YSL is just one of the biggest gangs with major activity going on in Atlanta. All right, so let's not blow that out of proportion. That YSL is the main reason why there's violence in Atlanta streets. That's not true. There's a host of gangs that's out there. YSL right now is just in the spotlight all because of Young Thug and Gunna being famous, world famous hip hop artists. Okay, and they're the face. Sorry, that's who they are right now. So I want to talk about other rappers that have been arrested over the year. So you got 42 Doug. He was arrested on federal gun charges. Okay, he was arrested not only on the federal gun charge, an illegal gun case. He was also arrested for not for not turning himself in. Yeah, he was on the run for a second. He wouldn't turn himself in. Rod Wave was arrested recently, battery by strangulation. Really? ASAP Rocky. Everyone heard about ASAP Rocky when he came off the plane. All of a sudden, bow, got arrested. You know what I'm saying? LAX, boom, $550,000 bond for a connection of a shooting that took place in November 21. Then, of course, we know the famous one, Tory Lanez dummy, all right, for the felony assault case against Megan Thee Stallion, all right? So I ask you, what is the true state of Generation Y and Z? We are in a situation right now where we have so many hip hop artists, and not even just hip hop artists. We're talking about the level of violence that has taken place in these last 5 years. Okay. On top of that, no, I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that for later on in the show. On top of that, we are also experiencing, okay, a tide change. All right. We've watched so many MCs, rappers, however you want to call it, die in the hip hop game. But mind you, hip hop is getting such a bad name that because many of these guys are famous artists, but they were in the streets before that. They were in the streets before that. All right. They're out here, they hustling, doing their 1-2 thing, and then all of a sudden, from the streets, they rapping, they using their money from the streets to push them. You dig what I'm saying? And now they on this next plateau, but they still tied to the streets. Still tied to the streets. So just let me humor you with a list for a second. From 2018 to present, okay, we had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 major hip hop artists, okay, that were murdered. Okay, XXXTentacion, Jimmy Wapo, Smoke Dogg, Nipsey Hussle, Pop Smoke, Houdini, Huey. That's the dude that made Pop Lock and Drop It. All right. Of course, we all know about King Von. Okay, we all know about Mo Trey, which was super tragic. Tragic. It was so how he died, man. It was tragic. Young Dolph, another one, died getting cupcakes. You did what I'm saying? Set him up getting cupcakes. Draco the Ruler, and recently it was Snooty Wild. So what is the state of not just music? What is the state of Generation YZ? I mean, generation. I'm just saying, what's the state? Gen Xers, Gen Zers. What's going on? There's so much crime, so much murder, so much violence. Every day in the New York City paper, you will see violence, a stabbing, a shooting, a push on a train, someone mugged, someone beat up in the hallway, someone trying to do a home invasion. Every day you seeing something in the newspaper, everywhere across the United States, everywhere. We in a recession. I can't even say jobs are hard to come by because they paying people $14, $15 an hour to work, but nobody wants to work. Okay? Now, mind you, I was looking at this all day today, and so I'm coming from a place that's really genuine. All right, when you got kids that are entering the game, and you got these record execs that are literally spoon feeding them the information. Yeah, we Gen X, we old. Roger said we Gen X, we old. I meant to say we ain't doing nothing but waiting to retire. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, man, like these record execs go on out here, they spoon feed these artists a lot of dreams, a lot of promises, right? Which they do make happen, only if they continue talking about the things that excite the public, that excite the young generations, that excite the generations, period, which is sex, money, drugs, and violence. No different than the way that the the mob ran it back in the 20s. Sex, money, guns, and violence. Alcohol. These guys are using um hella drugs, pills, mushrooms. Hell, Vic Mensa was locked up in February for having mushrooms and other illegal substances in his possession, getting on a plane. So I'm just saying, where does the wisdom come in? Where does somebody say, yo, listen, yo, we really need to talk to these young dudes? You feel me? Get the whole game. Don't just get the one who's making the money. Because if they reaching back to go get their dudes, right? Yo, you gotta talk to the whole layer. If that was me, I would talk to the whole gang. Yo, listen, YSL, this is the real. You feel me? Don't just be out here doing this kind of business. Become a business. Let's turn this hookup hobby or hustle into a business. You guys are still out here, doing murders and things like that. Yo, turn this into a business. What are you doing? I just be wondering sometimes how come many of these older cats don't snatch don't snatch these guys up and sit them down. Yo, listen, this is what the game is. They hear about it, but they so wrapped up into the money and the glitz of it. You dig what I'm saying? That they don't even care what they do. They sacrifice their own self, and then in turn sacrifice others. You feel me? So I'm just saying, like, and even the most influential rappers who have been out here already, they have turned their whole life around. From the Jay-Z's. From Jay-Z. Really ran the streets. Really did all those things. Made major corporate moves. It's like, yo, I can't talk about this no more. I'm not even in that life. Gucci Man. You don't hardly hear nothing from him anymore. And the reason being because he has his hands in other business ventures. He got his own clothing line, the Atlantic Clothing, doing very well. Not even in the States, overseas. He's gotten to the overseas market. Of course, Kendrick Lamar always doing community things. Drake always doing community things. Chance the Rapper doing everything. Got his hands in children's books, everything to uplift the community. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, as much as nobody like 50 Cent, you gotta know. You dig? 50 is doing his thing. He is giving people the game, telling you what to do, telling you how to do it. You feel me? Travis Scott, another guy. Even though that thing happened at his concert, he has always been invested. This man owns McDonald's. Now he don't own McDonald's, but he owns some McDonald's. Like, you'd be surprised what dudes who are in the game are into. Dr. Dre, same thing. From clothing to music streams, did beats, record labels, all that. And then gotta go with the crazy man, Kanye West. Got the Yeezys, that clothing lines. Like, dudes who are really doing their thing out here in the world. You think what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, well, I know Dr. Dre and Kanye West probably wasn't out here like that. But all these other dudes, Chance the Rapper, some of these other dudes, they were out here in these streets. And yes, and Rhonda, you are right. It is not in the interest of executives to warn them. They use them, make the money off them until the day they use them up, then they make even more money off them when they die. Exactly, because they don't own their masters. They don't own their masters. No one is teaching them how to own their masters. No one is showing them, because everybody wants the international fame, but there's a price for this thing. There's a big price for it. There's a price. I gotta tell you, where there's, in Proverbs 11:14, it says, where there's no counsel, the people will fail. Period. Where there is no counsel, the people will fail. I remember sitting in studio sessions, hella weed, hella drink, all that. When my cousin used to go to the studio, shout out to Cam, and me and Todd, we used to be in the city going to the studios. One thing we ain't never do, Cam will go drop his verse. We'll go hang out with a couple of dudes we know. But we would never partake in any of those activities. But we seen the groups of people that would be there. You know what I'm saying? We'll pass up in the elevators meeting people, going to studios. You know what I'm saying? They drinking all night in studio sessions, smoking all night in studio sessions. Things going on in the other room in studio sessions. You dig what I'm saying? So when it came to that and being around it was like, yo, we were already schooled. We were already told, like, yo, listen, this music game thing, yo, it's not what it seems. And that's what we were told. The music game is not what it seems. And when we were told that, we watched it, we seen it early. So it was no persuading certain dudes to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no being invited to other parties and things like that. Because once they found out that you wasn't about that life and you as an artist, you wasn't going to sell yourself into that arena, yo, they backed up off of you. Listen to some of the things that you have artists that were signed and placed on the shelf that are no longer making music due to the fact that, yo, they had to do things to get out there. Yo, that stuff it ain't nothing fake about it. It's nothing fake about Caligula. You dig what I'm saying? It's nothing fake about doing special favors to get yourself out there. It is nothing fake about it. There's nothing new under the sun. All of it's already been here. But where there's no counsel, the people fail. So these guys are out here still doing these, but no one has really grabbed them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, listen, I don't care about your money. I don't care about your money. Your money means nothing. You can't die with it. It won't go with you to the afterlife. You feel me? God ain't gonna say, hey, yo, make sure when you die, you bring that 25 million up here so we go ahead and build some platinum gates. Can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. But we are just too infatuated with this life. We become so entrenched and wrapped up in earthly things that we forget all about the foundation of our spirituality. We do. We sell our soul. So when you sell your soul, when they say you sell your soul to the devil, no one's necessarily saying that you literally like say, yo, devil. Some people do. Yo, you do this for me, I got you. Some people do that. Some people fall on that lane. Some people will fall on that sword. But when you're not around wise counsel, people will be in your ear. And then by the time the wise counsel come around, you don't want to hear the wise counsel because you think that the people that are around you that's yesing you to death and putting you in places that where you would never have access to, you think them are your friends. Then you cut off the real people. Then you got stuff like this that's happening. Then you lose. Then you look back and be like, damn, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. But let me tell you something. Even when you're not around wise counsel, God still provides an out for you. He'll provide an out for you several times. But many times we don't take the out. That's just in anything. And I say that's just in anything because that's real. Name a time that you was involved with something that you shouldn't have been involved in, but you like, yo, man, I'm already here. I'm out to go ahead and handle this. But the out was already there for you. You seen the door open, wide open. But you don't take the door. You just go bypass the door. And you keep on going down the corridor. We all have done it. We all have done it. We've all fell into that area. We've all fell into it. So I don't want no one to think for one moment that as I'm speaking about the state of emergency of Generation Y and Z, that it doesn't apply to us. Those who are it applies to Generation X too. Because it's our responsibility to be able to reach for them. And I just wonder, those people who have the actual influence, why they not reaching for them? Or if they are, let me play devil's advocate. If they are reaching for them, what type of message are you really giving them? Are you saying, yo, listen, I've been there, done that, but I'm going to let you know right now, y'all keep going down the road that you're going down, it's going to be over. We've watched countless of kids that got into this game of music, hip hop. They're not in it no more. They're not here. They're locked up or they dead. But then the ones that acquired the knowledge, no matter what y'all say, y'all can say whatever y'all want about Soulja Boy. Innovator. Say whatever you want about him. Innovator. Has done so much for his generation. No matter how high he get, no matter how goofy he is, he do a lot of goofy stuff. But he's done a lot for his generation. When you don't hear from him, he's always popping up with something different. Innovator. Okay? I'm a Soulja Boy fan. Not of his music, but what he's been doing ever since he was 13 years old. He's been changing the game and been showing you how to get money in the game. He still got the same management team. He still got his same people that's been, many of them that's been with him from the beginning. Now, mind you, he is successful the way that he is because he had a strong team from the beginning, and they still with him now. Same management. If you got management that's rocking with you like that, that's willing to put it down, and you listening to him, so he has wise counsel around him. Where there's no counsel, the people will fail. But when there's a multitude of counselors, there's always safety. So if you're not seeking counsel in whatever you do, I don't care what you do. If you're not seeking counsel, and I'm just saying seeking advice and get the one piece of advice and then you pull off. No, seeking counsel is being around counsel, is being involved with them, letting them being involved with you. Many times we call people, y'all just want to get some advice. But you don't keep them same people in your circle. But you go back and you still keep the same dudes who been yesing you and not giving you nothing to eat off of for advice. I'm just trying to understand. Yeah, it's a hard line. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? It's a state of emergency. This is where we're at. Elon Musk today said he is reinstating Trump's bad Twitter account. So if he's reinstating Trump's bad Twitter account, with everything that took place on January 6th, Clarence Thomas and his wife were a part of that. How safe do you really think we are here in America? Really, truly in a state of emergency? Let me tell y'all something. If you out here in this music game, or you out here in these streets, or you out here not moving wise, and you don't have wise people around you, but if you got wise people around you and you still not listening to them, Yo, just get your affairs in order. All right? Get them in order. Make sure your life insurance policy is all paid up, right? Because you're gonna go on a long ride real quick. Because you are still not understanding that you need counsel. You're still not having wise people around you. Right? Listen, man, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Proverbs 1, verse 30 says, they will have none of my counsel and despise my every rebuke. Therefore, they shall eat the fruit of their own way. Let me tell y'all something, man. A lot of times I talk from a place where I believe everyone should be dealing in. I believe that you should be dealing with your inner man. You know, it's not what comes into the mouth that defiles a man. Is what comes out the mouth. You need to understand that you will, whatever you sow, you're gonna reap. Whatever tree you plant, that's gonna be the fruit. Okay. Whatever you bake in the oven and you don't properly tend to it, it's gonna do one or two things. It's gonna be undercooked or overcooked. You have got to become aware of what you are doing and what you are into. And if you have a lack of understanding in an area, don't be prideful and not say anything. Although don't be prideful and act like you know when you really don't know. Get counsel. Don't bark on a shorty. You dig what I'm saying? Grab them up. Talk to them. It may not be your words today that save them, but it may be the words tomorrow that save them. We're running into real serious trying times right now. We're in a recession. Gas is through the roof. Groceries done went up by 200%. By 40%. Gas done went up 200%. You got to get your mind right now, people. You got to obtain and be around wise counsel. You got to be around people that's going to love on you and hug on you and at the same time tell you the truth and tell it to you out of love. I feel bad every day that I see a murder. I hear a murder happen. A mother, father, child, anyone that's killed, especially in the black community. It pains me. I'm bothered by these young hip hop artists who are getting into a game that they don't have no idea of what they're getting into. I really feel for them. But it's going to take people like you and I to sit them down in the barbershop, sit them down at the bar, catch them while they're at the corner, see them on the block, say, yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what's going on? It's going to take you and I to be able to talk to them and don't bark on them. Listen to them. You dig what I'm saying? Because, yo, you know, they have things in them that they want to talk about, that they want to get out. You know what I'm saying? So please, next time you see a shorty, don't bark on them. You dig what I'm saying? Try to support them. Find out what they want to get into. Find out what they know and love. You dig what I'm saying? But make sure when you talk to a shorty and you don't bark on them, make sure you do everything to try to support them. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, listen, it's your man Vince Pass in the building for the podcast Unapologetically Vince. State of emergency. You dig what I'm saying? Yo, we up out of here. Peace.
Black people, I ain't trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you the truth about what's around you. And then you can prepare you for the tricks they pull from under their sleeves. And when you see it, don't let it slide. Spark right on them. House of Representatives all the way down to Congress. Crooked CEO, Fortune 500. White man, use a warmonger. I bark on billionaires, see how solve world hunger. I bark on the subprime real estate market. No cash, no doc, crash the stock market. Latinos and black get caught all up on it. They lost their house, the bank foreclosed on it. The rich get more rich, the poor get more poor from it. I bark on 10% of the population of house niggas, politicians, and masons. How 5% own all the wealth and control 95% of the population. I bark on the Federal Reserve Bank for raising interest rates and government bailout. AIG, government owned the bank, so they own all our property. I bark for my billion man march. Brethren, frontline center like we Spartans, prepared to give our life for the win. Protect the land, women, and children. Remember the last time that we lost? I bark on my million man march. Brethren, frontline center like we Spartans, prepared to give our life for the win. Protect the land, women, and children. Remember the last time that we lost? I bark. Son, watch me bark. The ghost of Mars past come